Jason Basham. John Collins. Matt Sinex. TJ Lacroix. Ronnie Sadler. TJ Donahue.
All right, it is 8:50. It is time for our drivers meeting. Can we get all drivers over to the concrete wall by the off-road track? All drivers over there immediately. Race number 1, Buggy Street Stock. Have your cars on charge. All right, I am going to play the national anthem. Can we get all racers to remove their hats and face a flag? All right, race number 1, heat 1 of 4. Buggy Street Stock to the track. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to make your way out here, about 2 minutes. Let's get our marshals from race number 12. Racers to the track going to be Mike, Brandon, TJ, Cole. My marshals are going to be from Stock SR10, TJ, Ronnie, Eddie, Jason, Eddie, Paul, and Dean. That's 7 racers. I need 4 of you out here. 4 of those SR10 drivers to the track.
Mike Basham.
I need my marshals. I need Ronnie, Eddie, Jason, Paul, Dean. I need 3 of you out here. 3 more marshals to the track. You guys are in race 12. Lots of time to get your cars ready. Come out here and marshal.
Brandon Hooker.
Two more marshals. Come on, guys. I need Ronnie Sadler, Jason Basham, Eddie Henley, or Dean Riley. I have 2 volunteers. Thank you, guys. The rules don't apply to him. All right. Get the cars rolling. Get the cars rolling. Spread them out. Race will go live. Less than 5. Mike, Cole, Brandon, TJ. That's all 4 racers checked and rolling. First couple laps going down of the night. We got Mike Basham leading them off on lap 1. He's on a 55.4 flat. Leading off Cole, Brandon, and TJ. Oh, TJ going to pull off the track early. Made one lap and pulled it. All right, we are about 35 seconds into this one. 3:25 left to go. Oh, little two-car collision. Gonna put Cole Denny to the top spot. Ran a 4.3 hot lap. He is leading off the race with a 2-second advantage over Brandon Hoker. Brandon's in that blue and yellow number 27. Going down the front stretch now. He's got the number 3 car. Mike Basham, all black, number 34, crossing the line there. They are 2 seconds apart on the clock. Oh, Mike's going to roll it over. Big advantage to Brandon. Cole Denny all the while starting to pull quite the gap. Cole Denny, white and black, number 10, down the front stretch, crossing the line there. He's got 1.9 over Brandon. He's leading off the race with a 54.4 flat. Hot lap going to go to Brandon Hooker, a 4.27. He did that early on in the race. Lap 4. Mike Basham falling behind. He's about 4 seconds off of Brandon. He's a 51.4 flat. 6 seconds out of that top spot. That's about a lap and a half in this race. Cole Denny going to roll it over. He had 1.5 over Brandon. It's going to give him the advantage now.
2 minutes left.
Cole falling back to the 2 spot. Cole had 1.9 over Brandon. Now Brandon has 2 seconds over Cole. Cole's going to crash again. Here goes Mike Basham to the 2 spot. Cole, 2 crashes back to back, falling to the 3 spot. He is half a second off of Mike. We are 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Like I said, this is heat 1 of 4. We got 3 more heats of this. Looking to put some of these guys down in a D main. 250 down, 110 left to go. Your leader, blue and yellow, number 27, down the backstretch. Turns 3 and 4, crossing the line there. He's on a 54.404. He's got 2.5 over Mike Basham. Mike drawn a little bit of time in that by. Ran a 4.3 hot lap. Another one there. That's another 10th gain. He's down to 2.4 behind Brandon. Gonna spin out in turn 1. Cole Denny was 4 seconds behind. Now it's 0.3 of a second. Mike and Cole with 30 seconds on the clock. Mike's in that 2 spot. He's the all-black, number 34, down the front stretch now. Cole Denny. Looks like a dead battery in his car. Overheated, it looks like. Car's back to life now. 2 seconds on the clock. Brandon going to lead us off. Mike in that 2 spot. Mike is done. Brandon, keep going.
Brandon Hooker done.
Brandon, you are done. Mike, you are done. Cole, you are done. That's a race.
Chris Workman.
All right, I need one more marshal out to the track. We are missing one of our racers.
Sean Denny. Nathan Hale.
Oh, pink and black having some issues. All right, Mike, you got about 30 seconds. All right, Mike. Is it coming out? All right, I'm going to get him rolling. Thank you.
Magic Man.
I'm getting out of here in a minute. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you later, man. Have a good night. You too. All right. They are spread out. Race will go live. Less than 5. Sean, Mike. Oh, first lap. Chris Workman. Gonna roll it over at the right side. First couple laps going down here. We are 30 seconds in, 3:30 left to go. Sean Denny, he was the first to cross the line, going down the backstretch now. He is orange and white. Number 96, black wheels crossing the line there. He's on a 51.401. He needs to catch up to Brandon's TQ time of a 53.402. That is so far the early TQ set in race 1. Sean Denny out front. Chris Workman now taking up the point. He is driving that red and yellow number 69 ARCA throwback car. Down the front stretch he goes, crossing the line there. He's on a 52.402, throwing out a hot lap that time by a 4.3. Backs it up with another 4.3. It's going to be Sean Denny in that 2 spot, about 3 seconds behind Chris. Another 5 seconds back is going to be Sean Denny. Chris, Sean, Magic Man, your top 3. About 5 seconds between each of them all the way down. Another 4.3. Your leader cranking him out. He is about 1/10 of a second off of TQ pace. A couple more hot laps, he will be there. He's on a 53.402.8. That time by another 4.4. Gonna put him on TQ pace.
2 minutes
He
left.
needed to beat a 53.402. He's on a 53.4 flat now. 2:10 down, 150 left to go. Chris Workman leading us off. Red and yellow, number 69, crossing the line there. Sean Denny, about 10 seconds behind him, crossing the line there. He's in the orange and yellow down the front, crossing there. 8 seconds behind Sean is the Magic Man. So pretty big gaps in this race. We are watching Chris. He is leading us off, looking to reset the top qualifier for this class. Round 1 was not perfect, to say the least. So Chris looking to improve upon it and set a better example for race 3.
One minute left.
3 minutes down, 1 left to go. Chris on a 54.402 down the front stretch. Turns 1 and 2, 3, 4, crossing the line there. 54.402 for your leader. Now 20 seconds ahead of the number 2 car. That's Sean Denny. Another 11 seconds back is Nathan Hale. Or Magic Man. 3:30 down, 30 left to go. Chris just knocking those times down. 4.4, 4.3, a 4.29 from your leader. He's on a 54.401 with 10 seconds on the clock. He's going to go around the track 3 more times. Next time by, your leader will be done. At the line, Chris Workman, your new TQ of the round.
Magic Man.
Everyone is finished.
Done.
Chris, do down a 54.401. Looking to improve by 1 lap. That is about 3 to 4 seconds. All right, track is shut down. Track is shut down. Let's not get the cars moving. Looking for one more, Marshall. One more. Need him in turn 4. Who am I missing? Nathan Hale to the track. Thank you. All right, let's get the laps going. Laps going.
Dan Stewart. Matson X.
I only see 4 cars. Where is Eddie Sadler?
Keith Titchener.
All right, you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get to the track. All right, get them rolling, get them rolling. This race will go less than 5. Eric, Matt, Eddie, Dan, Keith. That's all my racers checked and rolling. 5-car race. Be patient with each other. If you come up on a slower car in front of you, be patient with them. These cars are rocket ships, and if some of these guys aren't as experienced as others, be patient with them. We are 30 seconds in, 3:30 left to go. Matt Sinex, he was the fourth car to cross the line. He will be leading off this race. Chris Workman threw down TQ in round number 2. He threw down a 54.401. Right now, cars 1 and 2, Dan Stewart and Matt Sinex are ahead of that. Dan Stewart on a 55.4 flat. Matt Sinex on a 55.402. Those cars are separated by 0.3 of a second. Dan Stewart, blue, red, white down the front, crossing the line there. 55.4 flat, half a second back. Going to be the all gray, white wheels, crossing the line there. Matt Sinex, 55.402. 12 seconds back in that third place spot. Going to be Eric Mason. He's on a 47.4 flat. He's looking to go number 6 for the round. We are 1:45 down, 2:15 left to go. Your leader going to be Dan Stewart, 55.401, losing a little bit of pace. His hot lap, a 4.2, fastest car of the night so far. Matt Sinex right behind him, a 4.25. About 0.02 of a second off of that hot lap. They are 2:15 into this one, 1:45 left to go. Half a second separating our leaders. Both looking to reset the top qualifying time by about 4 seconds. Eric Mason in the 3 spot, Eddie Sadler in the 4, and Keith Tishner in the 5. Your leader working the front, now the back stretch. He's got some open track in front of him. Matt Sinex, the number 2 car, coming up. They are 0.8 of a second. They have stayed at about the same distance the entire race. Now it looks like late game. Your leader trying to push up to Matt. He is extending his lead. 55.401 for Dan Stewart. 55.403 for Sinex. All right, your leader, blue, red, and white, going down the backstretch now with 45 seconds left on the clock. He is leading this one off, looking to reset the TQ. Matt Sinex close in tow, 1 second behind him. 30 seconds on the clock now. They are looking to reset TQ. Both of them are on that pace. One racer will be taking it. Matt trying to make a late race push. It's now down to 0.9, now 0.8 after the last lap. Dan Stewart with a 4.5, backs up with a 4.3, gonna shut Sinex down. 2 4.3s back to back with 5 seconds on the clock. Dan putting the hammer down. He gapped it back out to 1.2. One more lap for your leader, one more lap. When he crosses, he will be done.
Matt Sinex done.
Everyone is finished.
Keith Titchener done.
Dan Stewart, after 4 long minutes, going to take the qualifying win. 55 at a 4.02. Matt Sinex, 1 second behind him. Going to sit himself in that number 2 spot overall. Very nice racing. Very nice traffic control. Everybody moving out of the leader's way. Love to see it. There was 4 racers in that last one. Can I get them all back out here? I understand if you are in upcoming races. I need one more marshal in turn 3 or 4.
Bill Gibson.
All right, get the
Down.
cars rolling, get them rolling.
Scott Ashley. Jason Basham. Anthony Austin.
All right, this is the final heat of Buggy Street Stock. Final heat. They are trying to beat Dan Stewart's TQ time of a 55.402. 55.402. That was a wreck-free run. There was a couple bobbles in there, but nothing over half a second in mistakes. Hot lap for Dan was a 4.2. Going on, Jason? What's going on, Jason? Can we get another one real quick? All right, racers to the track. All right. Race will go live. Less than 5. Oh, spread them out, spread them out. There we go. You are trying to beat Dan's TQ of a 55.402. Less than 5. Anthony, Bill, Scott, Doug. That's our 4 racers checked and rolling. First lap's going down. We got some promising times from Doug and Scott. Both of them, 4.4 and a 4.4 from both of them. Oh, Doug gonna roll over in turn 3. He's gonna fall down to the number 3 spot. We are 30 seconds into this one. 3:30 left to go. No one having a clean run yet. I do not believe they will have enough time to catch up to Dan's TQ. They are fighting for places 3 and below. Ooh. We are 1 minute into this one, 3 left to go. Scott Ashley out front. He's on a 51.4 flat. He is your top racer in this heat. He is looking to go. He is looking to go number 6 overall. Doug Townsend in that 2 spot. He's on a 45.4 flat. About 10 seconds behind the leader. He's looking to go number 11 overall. So 1:45 down, 2:15 left to go. Scott out front. He's in the black and red, number 69, crossing the line there, or 68. Doug Townsend in the 2 spot, black and white. Down the front stretch now. He's in that 2 spot, about 10 seconds behind the leader. Anthony in the 3. He's 15 seconds behind Doug. Jason Basham now to the 4. 12 seconds behind Anthony. So everyone, big gaps between them. Fighting for scraps in the 2 spot and below. Scott Ashley on the only nice run. He's on a 53 and a 4.02. Scott looking to put himself in that A main. Number 4. He's got a 53 and a 4.01. Chris Workman sitting number 3 currently. He's in a 54 4.01. 1 lap ahead of Scott's time. Oh, Scott going to have a little bobble there. A 5-second lap. He's going to be falling back to the number 6 spot overall.
1 minute left.
That is towards the top of the B main with 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Your leader crossing the line there. Red and black, number 68. White rear wheels, black or front whites. Down the backstretch he goes. He's now in a 52.4 flat. Looking to go number 6 overall. Doug Townsend in the 2 spot. 10 seconds behind him. Anthony in the 3. Jason 4. Bill 5. We are 3:45 down. 15 seconds left in this race. Your leader going down the front, crossing the line there. He's going to go around the track 3 more times. 3 more times for your leader. All right, next time by, Scott Ashley will be done. Next time by.
Done.
Your leader now finished. Doug, you're done. Jason, you're done. Anthony and Bill, you're done.
The race is
That
completed.
is a race. So, all right, let me get my marshals back out there. Marshals back out there. So, after that long 4 races of qualifying for the Buggy Street Stocks, we got Dan Stewart going to take the overall TQ. Matt Sinex in 2. Chris Workman in 3. And Brandon Hooker going to round out that A main. Scott and Mike going to be your number 1 and 2 in the B main.
John Mosby. JD. Chase Haddon.
I've got my marshals.
How's it going?
S2. S2 for both cars. I need an S2 for Wheeler really bad. All right, get them rolling. Race will go live. Less than 5. All right, first couple laps going down. We got John Mosby leading us off. He's on a 48.402. Ran a 4.9 hot lap so far. Still got lots of racing left. There is only 1 heat of / late model. All right, 45 seconds into this one. 3:15 left to go. We got JD out front. Now John Mosby going to take the top spot. Battling back and forth. JD going to have a slow lap of 5.3. I call that slow, but that's still smoking fast. John Mosby out front with a 4.901. 1/10 of a, or 1,000th of a second off of a 4.8 second lap. So John leading us off. Louie in the 2, JD 3, Brent 4, Chase in the 5. Your leader down the front stretch now. Oh, getting up on two wheels, going onto the front. 130 down, 230 left to go. Your leader on a 47.4 flat. John Mosby, all orange, number 5. Oh, gonna hit a crash car. Gonna slow him down and drop him to the 3 spot. Gonna move Louis Shelton to the point. All my top 3 drivers going through the backstretch now. Louis Shelton leading them off. He has 1.7 over John
2
Mosby.
minutes left.
1 second back is JD and Brent Barnsley, 8 seconds off that podium position. 2:15 down, 1:45 left to go. Louis just threw down his hot lap, a 5 flat. John, a 5.3 that last time by. Had a crash, 6.6 second mistake. Here comes JD, only 1 second off of John. Now John is 3 seconds off of Louis. Big gaps here. Louis holding them off. He's in the white, brown, and silver. Number 8 down the backstretch, coming to the front, crossing the line there. He's on a 47.403, leading us off. A 5 flat last time. This time, another 5 flat. Third time's a charm, gonna be a 5.1. All the while, John Mosby
1 minute left.
repeating his laps. Looking for the outside pass. If he wants to get top qualifier, he has to get the pass on Louis and make a gap. 3:15 down, 45 left to go. Oh, John gonna roll it over in turn 4. That will solidify him in the 3 spot. Oh, Brent gonna take the 3. John's gonna fall all the way to the 4. 30 seconds on the clock. Louis leading us off. He's got 4 seconds over JD. JD's got 12 seconds over Brent. Big gaps down the field. Louis just has to keep the car on its wheels. He's coming up on some lap traffic. Give him some room, Chase. Thank you very much. 5 seconds on the clock. Your leader, Louis Shelton, going by for 1 more lap after this one. Keep on going, keep on going. 1 more lap. Next time by, you will be done, Louis.
Louis Shelton.
Everyone is
All drivers
finished.
are
Everyone is finished.
The race is complete.
Louis gonna take the heat win, a 47 and a 4:03. JD in the 2, Brent 3.
Gatlin Neal.
All right, no laps, no laps. Let me get my marshal out there. Track is shut down, no laps. I need a marshal in turn 4. All right, we're covered. Now let's take laps.
Christian Jenkins. Max Mason. Nick Owenhouse.
All right, race number 6, Stock Slash. Keep the cars rolling. Get them spread out. Race will go live in less than 5. Oh. All right, spread them out, spread them out. Less than 5. Gallon, Max, Christian, and Nick. That is all of our racers checked and rolling. Max Mason, first one across the line, going to be leading us off. Ran a 5.2, backs it up with a 5.4. Christian in that 2 spot, 5.5, 5.5. Gallon in that 3, and Nick in the 4. 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. We got Max leading them off on a 45.403. Christian 1 second behind him. Oh, Max with a broken car stuck in the infield. Gonna move Christian to the point. Gatlin 2. Nick up to the 3 spot. Everyone advancing 1 position. We are 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Christian on a 42.402. He's got 5 seconds over Gatlin. That's about 1 lap. Down the front stretch goes your leader. He's in the white, red, black, and silver. Number 95. Chrome and black wheels coming up on some traffic. Coming up on you, Nick. Gets around him. Going to be coming up on Gatlin next. We are 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Christian going to reset his own hot lap. A 5.4. Backs it up with another 5.4. He's finding some of the heat now. Gatlin, a 5.8. His new hot lap of the race. He is 9 seconds behind the leader. Another 40 seconds back is going to be Nick.
Two minutes left.
We are halfway through this race. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Two 30 down, 1:30 left to go. Christian, 43 and a 4:05. A couple little bobbles in the lap. A 5.9, 2 5.9s back to back. And a 5.6 to top it off. He's on a 43.405. He's got 14 seconds over Gatlin. Gonna see Nick Owenhouse in the 3.
1 minute left.
This is race number 6, Stock Slash, Heat 1 of 1. Next up is going to be race number 7, Mod Sprint. Caution turn 2, caution turn 2. It's clear. Your leader crossing the line there. With 3:30 down, 30 seconds left on the clock. He's held the same pace nearly the entire race. A 43.405.6. Just ran an even faster lap, a 5.41. Gatlin Neal in the 2, Nick in the 3. 3:45 down, 15 left. Your leader going to go around the track 3 more times. 3 more times now. Here comes the bell for the leaders. Next time by, your leader will be done. Next time by. Here comes Christian, going to cross the line and win the heat. 43 and a 4:05 for your leader. All right, track is open. This is heat 1 of 1, race 7, mod sprint. Mike,
Basham.
Brandon, John, and John. We got Collins and Ford in the same race.
Brandon Roberts. John Collins. John Ford.
All right, race will go live. Less than 5. Mike, John, Brandon, and John. All right, that's all 4 racers checked and going, throwing down their first couple laps. First 15 seconds, 3:45 to go. We got Brandon Roberts out front on a 58.401. Collins in the 2, Basham in the 3, and Ford in the 4 spot. Oh, your leader going to roll it over. So we saw Brandon Roberts go from the 1 down to the 4 spot. Collins up to the 1, Ford to the 2 spot, and Basham in the 3. Collins leading us off. He's on a 57.401. He's got 6 seconds now over Mike Basham. John Ford, half a second off. They are trading almost back and forth. Ford down the front stretch. He's in that black with orange trim. Going down the front, cross the line there. He's got the leader behind him. Gonna flip it over, give Mike that 2 spot. Brandon Roberts now coming up to the 3 spot. So we got Collins out front, Mike in the 2, Brandon 3, and Ford in the 4 spot. Your leader down the front stretch now. He's in the all yellow, little bit of blue and gray, number 59. Crossing the line there. He's on a 57.401. Hot lap is a 4 flat. That time by a 3.99. Mike Basham in that 2 spot. He's on a 54.4 flat. 1 lap behind him. A 5.4 second gap. 1/10 of a second back is Brandon Roberts. He's chilling in that 3rd spot. John Ford in the 4. He is 7 seconds off of that battle for the 3. Closest race in the track, battle for the 2 spot. Mike Basham going to throw down a 4 flat, backs up with a 3.95 new hot lap of the race. Brandon Roberts is 2/10 behind him. So Mike Basham, all black, number 34, down the front stretch. Lost a little bit of time there. Here comes Brandon Roberts, his own 3.9. 3.989. Brandon, all orange, black wheels. Gonna pass Mike Basham. Mike had a little bobble, rolling it over, finds his wheels. They are 1 second apart on the track and about 2/10 apart on the clock. So if Mike wants to get that position back, he needs to make a pass on Brandon. John Collins out front with 1 minute left to go. He's at a 57.4 flat. He's got 5 seconds over Brandon Roberts. 2 seconds behind Brandon is Mike Basham. 1.5 seconds back. So the gap is stretching out a little bit. Brandon finding some pace. Ran a 4.1 that time. Backs up with another 4.1. Mike Basham, 4 flat, 4.1. Oh, watch the front stretch. That was Brandon. He's going to be pulling it off after that nasty crash, falling down to the 4 spot. Mike Basham going to secure the 2. Oh, John Ford crashing in the front. He does not have that number 2 spot or that number 3 spot yet. Crossing the line that time by, he will have it. 1 more lap for your leader. John, you are done. Mike, you are done. John Ford crossed the line.
Here, John, go ahead and cross the line. Cross the line. I
John
called
Ford done.
Collins, my bad.
All drivers are finished.
You still got
The
the
race
three.
is completed.
Hey, Nick. So take that blower, run it along the wall, all the way to that corner, okay?
Eddie Sadler. Chris Workman.
All right, shut the track down, shut the track down. I'm missing a racer. We got Joe Dirt. All right, track is open, track is open. I only see 3 cars out there.
John Mosby.
All right, get them rolling. Get them rolling, get them rolling. Race will go live.
JD.
Less than 5. John, JD, Eddie, and Chris. All 4 racers checked and rolling. First couple laps going down. We are working lap number 5 with all my racers. We are on 30 seconds in, 3:30 left to go. We got Chris Workman leading the way. He's in the white and blue. Number 71 down the back, going down the front stretch now, crossing the line. 48.405. John Mosby in the 2, JD in the 3, and Eddie in the 4. All of them 1 second all the way down the clock. From Chris to Eddie, Eddie being in that 4 spot is 1 second all the way down. Everybody keeping the racing super tight. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Chris in the 1. Half a second back is going to be John Mosby. Another half a second going to be JD. And another 7/10 is Eddie Sadler. So it has stretched out to 2.5 now. It is stretching up from Chris to John. Eddie starting to press up the JD. It was half a second, now 2/10. That is the battle for the 3 spot. Closest race on the track. We got Chris, John, JD, and Eddie. So Eddie, he's in the all red black wheels down the backstretch now. Just ran a 5.2. JD down the backstretch. He's in the blue and black wheels crossing the line there. They are separated by 7/10 of a second. And closing. JD with a 5.4. Eddie with a 5.2. JD 5.1. Eddie 5.3. No time gained or lost. Well, we see John Mosby having to pull out of the line for the leader. JD only 2/10 behind him. Now going to be moving up to that 2 spot. Chris in the 1, JD 2, John 3, Eddie 4. Eddie with a crash, going to fall way back in the 4 spot. JD and John back and forth. Oh, we're going to see Eddie roll over in turn 4. Battle for that 2 spot. Going to be half a second. JD going to have a little bobble, going to give it all up. Chris, a 4.9 hot lap. He's been leading us off this entire race. We are 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go.
1 minute left.
This is heat 1 of 2. Race 8. Race number 9 up next. Chris Workman leading us off. He's in the white and blue, number 71, running a 47.4 flat qualifying pace. John, 5 seconds behind him. 1/10 of a second behind John is JD. That is 1/10 of a second between those 2 racers. John's in the neon yellow, black, and white down the backstretch. Turns 3 and 4 down the front. Crossing the line there. He's in that 2 spot. Now half a second back is going to be JD. He's in the black and blue coming down the front. We got 5 seconds left on the clock. Your leader going to go by for 2 more laps. 2 more laps now. There goes the bell. Keep on going, Chris. You will be done next time by. John, you are done. JD, you are done. Chris, you are done. Eddie, you are done.
All drivers.
That's a race. Chris going to set an early TQ. An awesome time of a 48.404. John in the 2, JD 3, Eddie 4.
Paul Taylor. TJ Donahue. Ron Sadler. Dean Riley.
All right, let my marshal get to his spot.
Damn, Paul. It's
All right, get them rolling, get them rolling. You guys are trying to beat Chris Workman's TQ time of a 48.404. Get them spread out, spread them out, spread them out. I got 3 cars all stuck up together. Race will go live. Less than 5. So we got TJ, Paul, Ronnie, and Dean. All 4 cars checked and rolling. Great start off for Ronnie and Paul. Both of them looking to go better than Chris's TQ time so far. Oh, we're going to see a crash from Ronnie. Down to the 4th spot he will go. Paul Taylor to the point. TJ 2, Ronnie 3, Dean 4. All right, 45 seconds down, 3:15 left to go. Paul Taylor throwing down a 4.94. Hot lap of the whole class. That is faster than Chris Workman and John Mosby's times. Paul Taylor leading us off. He's on a 46.402, not quite on a TQ pace. That is good enough for P3. Ronnie in the 2, TJ 3, Dean 4. We have some big gaps all the way down the lineup. Paul and Ronnie battle for the top spot. Separated by 4 seconds. Oh, Paul gonna slide out. Gonna get ran over. Now Ronnie. So Paul with 2 super long laps. Gonna fall back to the number 2 spot. We got Ronnie out front. Paul in the 2, TJ in the 3, and Dean in the 4. Your leader, Ronnie. He's in the all-yellow, chrome and black wheels down the front, crossing the line there. He's coming up on TJ. TJ's about 5 seconds behind him. We are halfway down, halfway to go. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Your leader, all yellow, silver and black wheels down the back stretch. Turns 3 and 4 down the front, crossing the line there. Paul Taylor in that 2 spot, making up lots of time on our leader. Ronnie ran a 5.2. Oh, Paul just is making it up. Gonna roll it in turn 2. Ronnie down the backstretch. Paul down the backstretch. Ronnie's in the all yellow. Paul in the all blue. Number 92. Paul's gonna make the pass on him. They are 5 seconds apart. Paul's got to make up 1 full lap on Ronnie in about 1 minute. That car has the pace to do it. Just needs to run some clean, consistent laps.
1 minute left.
Ronnie, a 5.4. Paul, 4.92. Ronnie in the all-yellow, falling behind a little bit. He has now a 3-second advantage. Paul Taylor, 4.92 again. Dropping that hot lap even more. Another 4.9. 5.2. There is 30 seconds left on the clock. 3:30 down, 30 left. Your leader, Ronnie Sadler, looking to go number 4 overall. Paul Taylor looking to go number 6 overall so far. Needs to make up some more time. He's got about 2/10 on Ronnie every time. Not enough though. A 4.89. Here comes the bell. They will be done next time by. Paul, keep going. Paul, keep going.
Ronnie Sadler done.
That is a race. Race is over.
Highly done. Paul Taylor
Ronnie.
done. All drivers are finished. The race
Ronnie
is
going to
complete.
take the heat win. He is going to be number 4 overall in the lineup. All right, after 2 heats of Super Stock Late Model, we got Chris Workman going to hold his TQ from race 1. John Mosby going to take that 2 spot. JD3 and Ronnie Sadler in the 4. Paul Taylor and Eddie Sadler will be racing out in the B main. You got your 30 seconds, Matt. You better hustle. Scott, Dan, John
Dan Stewart,
Ford, John Collins,
Scott
Chris
Ashton,
Workman. Matt Sinex making his way up here.
John Ford,
Hey, I need my marshals. I need my marshals. All right, I don't see a John Collins. All right, let's shut the track down. Shut the track down. No more laps. No more laps. Can I get John Collins across the line? Okay. Matt Sinex across the line. All right, get them rolling. Get them rolling.
Matt Sinex, John Collins,
Yeah, Doug, you're in the next race. My God. All right, get them rolling. Get them rolling. We got 6 cars on the track. Get them spread out as much as you can. You all know the fast ones. Give them plenty of room if you see them flying up on you. Race will go live. Less than 5. Nice grouping from these guys. The track is live. Way to separate yourselves evenly. First car to cross was John Collins. He is leading us off. Scott in the 2, Ford in the 3, Dan 4. Scott. Oh, they are all moving around now. Everybody getting their bobbles out of the way early. Collins in the 1, Ford in the 2, Stewart in the 3, Workman 4, Ashley 5, Sinex 6. Your leader going to be going down the backstretch now. Now to the front, all yellow and gray, number 59. He's the only yellow car out there on the track. He's on a 56.401. Hot lap of 4.13. John Ford in that 2 spot. Down the backstretch he goes. He is just in front of the leader, letting him have all the room he needs. All white, yellow wheels, number 69 in that 2 spot. He is falling behind of the leader. It was half a second now. 4 seconds is the gap. Scott Ashley in the 3. Chris Workman 4. Dan Stewart 5. Matt Sinex 6. Not seeing a lot of close racing in the back. We got Scott Ashley in that 3 spot. He's in the red and black, number 68. He's in that 3 spot, 1.5 behind John Ford. And he's got 4 seconds over Dan Stewart. Now Chris Workman moving up to the 4 spot. 4 seconds between Scott and Chris. Battle for the 3 spot. Scott Ashley starting to make up pace on John Ford. So John Ford down the front, crossing the line there. Just ran a 4.8. Chris Workman gonna have a bobble. Oh, Scott Ashley down the front stretch, red and black, number 68. He's got John Collins behind him. John pushing to make a pass. Watch turn 2, watch turn 2. Go high, go high, go high. So 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. We got Collins in the 1, Scott in the 2. Now John Ford in the 3. Chris Workman for Dan Stewart in the 5. We got one car pulling off. That was Matt Sinex. So Collins leading off the race with a 56.401. Still holding down that hot lap he set early on in the race of 4.1. No one else even close. We got Scott Ashley 12 seconds behind the leader. John Ford 2 seconds behind Scott. Chris Workman in that 4 spot. He is 4 seconds off of John Ford. So we got some pretty decent gaps. No one within a second of anyone. Everyone working almost on their own laps. 3:15 down, 45 left to go. We got John Collins leading us off. Just ran a 4.444. Scott Ashley in that 2 spot of 4.5. John Ford of 4.6. Chris an 8.2. So big gaps. Still no one making up any time on anyone. John Ford, closest race in the track. Battle for the 2 spot. With 10 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be John Ford and Scott Ashley. Scott in the 2, John Ford in the 3, separated by 2.5 seconds. They got 3 seconds left on the clock. They're going to hear the bell next time by. John Collins, you are finished. John Ford, you are finished. Scott, you are finished now.
Chris Workman done. Scott Ashley
Dan
done.
and Chris, you are
All
finished.
drivers
That's a
are finished.
race. Race is over. We got Collins setting an early TQ, Scott in the 2, and John Ford in the 3. That was heat 1 of 2. Heat 2 of 2 up next. All right, I got all my marshals out here. There was 6 of them. Shouldn't be any issue.
Brandon Roberts. Skeeter Crum. James Brother.
All right, everyone checked in. Get them rolling, get them rolling. Oh, okay. All right, spread them out, spread them out. Race will go live. Less than 5. We got Brandon, Skeeter, James, Keith, and Doug. These guys are trying to beat John Collins' TQ time of a 56.401. He ran a hot lap of a 4.1. He had about 2 bobbles, nothing over half a second in mistakes. That is what they're chasing. So far, we got Brandon Roberts out front. Ran a 4.18 hot lap. He's on a 58.403 pace. That is quick enough to be on TQ. James Bruther in the 2, Doug in the 3, Skeeter 4, Keith 5. Oh, Skeeter with a little bobble. We are 45 seconds down, 3:15 left to go. Everybody throwing down about 10, 12 laps. Brandon Roberts of 4.15. Your leader in the all-orange black wheels down the front stretch, crossing the line there. Getting around the number 2 car, that is James Bruther. James looking to go number 3 overall. Brandon on a 58.403. He's got 3.5 seconds over Doug Townsend now. James Bruther falling to the 3 spot. Oh, Doug gonna get it wrong in the infield. That will move Doug down to the 5 spot. We're down to the 3, I'm sorry. Broken car. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Brandon out front. James in the 2. Doug 3. Keith 4. Skeeter 5. Everybody's super spread out. We got one close race happening on the track. That's between Doug and Keith. Keith going to take the number 3 spot. Doug, another crash, going to fall down to the 4. Battle for the top spot. Brandon and James, 10 seconds apart. James and Keith, 10 seconds apart. Keith and Doug, 2 seconds apart. We are 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Your A main looking like Brandon, John Collins, James Bruther, and Scott Ashley. That is what your A main looks like right now. 2:45 down, 1:15 to go. Your leader down the front stretch, crossing the line there. All orange, black wheels coming up on lots of traffic. James Bruther going to be the next one to cross. James is looking to go number 3 overall, just ahead of Scott Ashley, about 1 second apart. So James Bruther on a 54.403. Scott threw down a 53.404. So he's got about 3 seconds advantage over Scott. Doug Townsend on a 51.401. Needs to make up about 3 seconds if he wants to get into that A main. 3:30 down, 30 left. Your leader still holding off. He's on a 57.401. Still has that TQ by about 3 seconds. No more bobbles out of him, and he will be solidified in that position. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Your leader will be done next time by for Brandon. Final lap for Brandon. Crossing the line there. 57.401 for your leader. James crossing. He is done. Looking for Doug Townsend. He is done.
All drivers are finished.
Keith is finished. Skeeter is finished. That's a race. All right, if you were in that race, make sure you make your way right back out to Marshall. I don't believe any of you are racing this one. All right, do not make your way back to the pit. Get out there to Marshall.
Paul Taylor. TJ Donahue. Dean Riley.
All right, shut the track down. No laps. No laps. Let me get my marshals out there. I've got 2 of them. I need 2 more. 2 more marshals to the
Jason
track.
Basham.
All right, get them rolling. Get them rolling.
Eddie Sadler.
All right, all right. Looking for Ronnie.
Eddie Henley.
Let's go.
Ronnie Sadler.
All right, race will go live. Less than 5. Oh, caution on the front stretch. Caution on the front. All right, 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. Everybody throwing down about 5-6 laps now. We got Jason Basham out front. Jason's in that red and black going down the front stretch now. Crossing the line there. He is leading us off. Eddie Henley in the 2 spot. Eddie going to be in that all white. Going down the front stretch now. All white, yellow fenders. Down the front stretch now, crossing the line. He's in that 2 spot. Paul Taylor in the 3, TJ 4, Ronnie 5, Dean 6, Eddie 7. Eddie Sadler in the 7. So Jason, your leader, down the back stretch. Now to the front, crossing the line there. Ran a 14.4. Eddie Henley in the 2 spot now, 7 seconds back. Paul Taylor in the 3, about 5 seconds off of Eddie. TJ in the 4, 7 seconds off of Paul. Ronnie in the 5, Dean 6, Eddie Sadler 7. We got some really big gaps, no close racing at all. Ronnie moving up to the 4 spot. TJ with a crash, gonna fall back to the 5. Oh, caution on the front, go low at the turn 1. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Jason showing him how it's done. He's got a 9-10 second lead now over Eddie Henley. No crashes from either car. Your leader down the backstretch now, all red and black. Number 68, white wheels. Down the front stretch. Turns 1 and 2 down the back. Turns 3 and 4 down the front. Crossing the line there. 52 and a 402. He's got 12 seconds over Eddie Henley. Another 8 seconds back is Paul. Another 9 seconds back is TJ. Another 6 is Ronnie. Watch the backstretch go low at the back. Entry to the back, go low. Three minutes down, 1 minute left to go. After this race, there will not be any practice. No practice laps. We are going to roll right into mains. We're going to have about a 20-minute break and roll into mains. We are 3:30 down. 30 seconds left in the race. Oh, Eddie Henley getting it wrong. Paul Taylor was 2 seconds behind. Let's see the gap now. Half a second. That is our closest race on the track. Eddie Henley down the backstretch now. Turns 3 and 4, crossing the line there. Paul Taylor, 0.7 of a second behind him. Paul Taylor down the left side. He's in the white, orange, and blue. Down the front stretch he goes. Oh, caution on the front. Go high down the front. It's clear. Good marshal there. 5 seconds on the clock. Paul Taylor and Eddie are separated by half a second. Eddie in the 2, Paul in the 3. One more lap for each of them. One more.
Ronnie Sadler done. Paul
Jason,
Taylor
you are done.
Jason
Eddie
Sadler.
Henley, you are done. Paul Taylor, you are done. TJ, you are now done.
Dean Riley done. TJ Donohue done.
Ronnie, Eddie,
All drivers
Dean, you
are
are
finished.
done. That is a race.
Completed.
Jason Basham, no crashes, gonna take the win. 51 in a 4 flat for your leader. Eddie Henley in the 2, Paul Taylor in the 3. This is gonna be a single A main. So like I said, it is 8:30. It is 8:30. We are going to do a 20-minute break. Racing will start back at 8:50. No practice laps. No practice laps. 8:50. All right. It is 8:30. Racing back at 8:50. That is a 20-minute break. Get your cars charged. Make any quick little changes you want to. Little reminder, we are starting racing here in about 10 minutes. 8:50, race number 1 will be up. Buggy Street Stock D Main, Eddie, Keith, Bill, and Nathan. You are up in about 10 minutes. Make sure to check the heat sheets, see what race you're in. Check the heat sheets, check the TVs, check on your phone if you know how. Find out what race you're in. All right, race number 1 up in 1 minute. Eddie, Keith, Bill, Nathan. Let's get my marshals from race number 12, Buggy Street Stock A main. I need Matt, Chris, and Brandon to the track. All right, racers to the track, marshals to the track. It is race time. Eddie Sadler, make your way to the track. I need marshals from our A main. Marshals from our A main. Matt Sinex, Chris Workman, and Brandon Hooker to the track. Brandon Hooker and Chris Workman to the track. All right, get your practice laps, get your practice laps.
Bill Gibson. Nathan Hale.
I need one volunteer marshal in front of me. One volunteer marshal. Thank you very much, TJ. All right, I still don't see Eddie Sadler. What do you mean he's coming? We've had 20 minutes. Okay, line them up.
Eddie Sadler.
All right, Eddie on the 1, Keith on the 2, Bill 3, Nathan 4. All right, lead us off, Eddie. All right, first lap going down. We got Keith Tishner to the point. Bill Gibson 2. Nathan Hale 3. Now Nathan pushing his way up to the front. Bill going to retaliate. Nathan going to get the better line. On lap number 3, we got Nathan Hale from the 4 to the 1. Okay. 35 seconds in, 3:25 left to go. Nathan Hale out front, ran a 4.3. Got Bill Gibson in the 2. Now I got Keith Tishner to the 2. That is our two-way battle. Oh, Bill almost gets into Keith. Pulls out of it a little too hard and gets in the infield. Oh, Keith going to roll it over. He's going to be nice, not going to force it back to the inside. Now Bill to the number 2 spot. Oh, Keith going to spin out. Get him back the right way. Get him back the right way. $1:15 down, 2:45 to go. Keith now has been lapped. He's going to get that lap back, and he's going to try to push hard to fight back up to that spot. Cars 1 and 2 will be advancing to the C main. Right now, that's Nathan and Bill. Nathan has a 12-second advantage over Bill. Nathan's in the 1 spot. Bill's in the 2. Bill is losing sight of Keith Tishner. He's going to lap over him. Keith going to catch the pipe and roll it over. Going to lose all that time he just made up. 2 minutes down. 2 minutes left to go.
2 minutes left.
Forcing it to the inside. Going to get around Bill. Bill going to force the issue on the pipe. Rolls it over. We're going to see Keith. Good sportsmanship waiting on him. So Bill Gibson in the 2 spot, Keith in the 3. They are separated by 1 second. Bill with a 5-second lap, Keith with a 4.7. Bill with a 5.2, Keith with a 5.0. Couple tenths made up every time by Bill. 5 flat, Keith 4.8. He is all over him. Going down the front stretch now. Keith plowing that car into the corner. Gonna rear end Bill. They're gonna get back going again. They have 16 seconds over Eddie. They can race it out. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go.
1 minute left.
Keith gonna go wide. Drag race down the front. Bill gonna go tight on entry, wide on exit. Here comes Keith. Keith gonna get around him. Now he's gonna try to hold that number 2 position for the next 40 seconds. He's got the position. He's got the faster car. He just has to keep it clean. Bill Gibson running some super clean laps now. 4.8 that time. Keith a 4.7. Another 4.8. Bill a 5.0. Bill is losing sight of the number 2 car. 15 seconds left. We're 3:45 down. 15 left to go. Keith has to go around the track. 2 more laps. 2 more laps. Next time by, he should be finished. Next time by, your leaders will be done. Final line. To the climb. Nathan, you are done. Keith, you are done. Bill, you are done. Eddie, you are done. That's a race.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right, I got 3 racers in that last one. I'm going to need 1 volunteer. 1 volunteer.
Paul Taylor. Dean Riley. Eddie Sadler. TJ Donahue.
No more laps. No more laps. Line them up at the front. Paul Taylor out front. All blue, number 92, leading us off. Eddie in the 2. TJ 3. Dean Riley 4. Whenever you guys are ready. Paul Taylor, you are leading these guys off. This is the Super Stock Late Model B Main race number 2. Going live out of turn 4. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Next time by. You got to get to the line as you start. There we go. All right. First couple laps going down. Everybody's staying pretty spaced out. Paul Taylor starting to build a gap. Ran a 4.8. Eddie a 5 flat. TJ 5.3. Dean 5.4. All right, so Paul, the only car to hit a 4-second lap. Everyone else on 5-second laps. Paul going down the backstretch now. Turns 3 and 4 down the front. Cross the line there. A 4.8. Eddie Sadler, all red, black wheels. Going down the front stretch now. Going to be a 5.7. Paul looking to put the lap on him on lap by lap 15. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. We're going to see a little bobble out of Eddie. Here comes TJ. TJ going to come up to that 2 spot. He's going to give it up. The battle for the bump going down the left side of the track. All 3 cars back to back of each other. Dean is 1 lap behind him. Paul Taylor right now, about a lap and a half over these guys. He is going down the backstretch. All blue, 92. Crossing the line there. He's at a 48.401. That is fast enough to TQ the class. Just ran a 4.9 there. This time by. Going to be a 4.9. Eddie in the 2. TJ 3. Dean 4.
2 minutes left.
Eddie all red, black wheels. Down the front stretch now. He's got that car working very well. He's got 9 seconds to make up to get to Paul. And he's got 5 seconds to give up ahead of TJ. He's looking to lap him now. TJ's in that pink and black, number 13. Oh, he's going to give it up in turn 2. Eddie going to get that lap advantage secured. He's got quite the cushion. Paul has an even bigger cushion over Eddie. Our 2 bumps. Sitting comfortable. There is 9 seconds between each and every car down the board. Paul and Eddie, 8.7. Eddie and TJ, 7.6. TJ and Dean, 10 seconds apart. Big gaps from everybody. Nobody is on the same lap. Oh, watch turn 2 go low. Low through 2. It's clear. $13.5 late model B main. Have your cars ready. $13.5 late model B main. You are up next. John Ford, Doug Townsend, Chris Workman, Keith Tishner, Dan Stewart, Skeeter Crum. Have your cars ready. We are 3:30 down, 30 left to go. Paul Taylor, 47 and a 4 flat. He is just off what would have been a TQ pace. Ran a 4.8 hot lap. Only car to run 4 second laps. Eddie, 13 seconds behind him. TJ, 10 seconds behind him. We are 3 seconds off from a race finished. Paul Taylor, you are done. Here comes TJ. Here comes Eddie. That's a race. Race is over.
All drivers are finished. The race is concluded.
All right, Paul Taylor and Eddie Sadler going to be advancing to the A main. This is race 2. They are advancing to race number 8, Super Stock Late Model A main. I repeat, those 2 guys that just bumped are going to be in race 8. All right, I got my marshals plus some volunteers. Thank you very much. Track is open.
John Ford. Down. Skeeter Crum. Chris Workman. Dan Stewart.
I am looking for Keith Tishner. I see him in the pit. We're good. If you want to make a change, now is the time to do so. While we're waiting on a car, if you want to make a change, now is your time to do so. Car's looking good. Let Keith get a couple laps. All right, no more laps. Ford on the spot. Doug in the 2, Chris 3, Keith 4, Dan 5, Skeeter 6. 13.5 late model B main. Oh. What's going on? Okay. Sorry, I didn't see it. All right, John Ford, whenever you're ready. All white 69, yellow wheels leading us off. Doug, Chris, Keith, Dan, and Skeeter behind. Out of turn 4, they start. John Ford leading them off. He's got Doug all over his rear end to start off. He didn't quite get the jump that he wanted. He's not building the gap that he needs. Doug, go wide down the front, Go high down the front. Good Marshall. John Ford still leading off strong. We got Doug Townsend going to lose his position to Chris Workman. Chris Workman, red, black, and yellow, number 70 down the front stretch now. Crossing the line there. Oh, black and white going to hit the wall and go up it. He has to wait for all the traffic. He is now 1 lap down. Going to be sitting him in the 4 spot. And he pulls off the track. John, Chris, Keith, Dan, Doug, Skeeter. Skeeter going to move up to the 5 spot. So your leader down the front, crossing the line there. He's got Chris Workman in that 2 spot. About 1 second behind him. Chris is in that red and yellow. Down the front stretch, crossing the line there. 1 second off. Oh, going to spin out going into turn 1. Going to give up a position to Keith Tishner. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Chris still holding down the 2. Keith 1 lap behind him. Dan in the 4, Skeeter in the 5. So Chris, 3 seconds behind John. Chris has 4 seconds over Keith. That is 1 lap. So big cushion here for our leaders, John and Chris. John down the front, crossing the line there. Down the backstretch he goes. All white, yellow wheels, number 69. He's on a 55.402 pace. Hot lap 4.24. Chris down the backstretch. Red and yellow clipping the wall, losing a little bit of time. He's on a 54.402. He is 2.5 behind John Ford with a hot lap of the race, 4.21. Keith Tishner, he's in that 3 spot. He is 9 seconds out of that bump position. That is 2 laps. So, hope for different bump positions is dwindling down. John and Chris, most likely going to be your bumps. Maybe not in that order. John Ford down the front. Chris Workman pushing hard, trying to make up time, get to that top position. John Ford ran a 4.4. This time Chris with a 4.8. Going to lose a lot of time there. Chris a 4.5. John a 4.3. Chris going to forfeit 1 lap to John. They've got 15 seconds back to Dan Stewart now. Dan Stewart moving up to the 3 with 30 seconds on the clock. If these guys want that bump position, they're going to need a break from these leaders. We're going to see Keith Tishner take that 3 spot. Dan Stewart falling down to the 5. He's pulling off. John, Chris, Keith, and Skeeter. 3:45 down, 15 left to go. John and Chris, they got 10 seconds to go. Your leader's going to go by for 2 more laps now. 2 more laps. Next time by, their race will be finished. Here comes the bell. John Ford, Chris, Keith, and Skeeter. Race is over.
Done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed. Anthony Austin, Eric Mason,
Track is not open. Track is not open. Let's get my marshals out there. There was quite a few of you. I'm going to need one more marshal. One more marshal. One more. Thank you. All right, we are covered.
Jason Basham. Magic Man. Nathan Hale. Keith Titchener.
All right, shut it down, shut it down. Anyone want to make any changes? Now it's time to do it. All right, let's line them up. Line them up. No more laps. No more laps. Straightaways are closed. Okay, line them up. We got Jason on the 1, Magic Man 2, Eric 3, Anthony 4, Nathan 5, Keith 6. Nathan and Keith from the D main. Oops. Wrong button. Let's try and change screens. All right, whenever you're ready, Jason, lead them off. Red and black down the backstretch he goes. He's got Magic Man and Eric in tow. Down the front they go live. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. That's fucking crazy. All right, first lap's going down. We got Jason, Nathan, Keith, Magic Man, Anthony, and Eric. As of lap 5, Nathan making his way all the way up to the bump position. He is 2 seconds away from our leader. Both of them running identical laps. The leader will not be as easy to catch as everyone else was. 45 seconds down. 3:15 left to go. Jason out front. Nathan in the 2. Oh, watch turn 2. Go high, go high. It's clear. There are 6 cars on the track. $1:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Jason Basham out front. Down the front stretch he goes, crossing the line there. Down the back, your leader, red and black. Black rear wheels, white front wheels. He's got a 54.402 qualifying time right now. He's got 5 seconds over Nathan Hale. Nathan Hale in that camo blue, black, and gray down the backstretch. Oh, broken car. We got 2 cars pulled off. Two minutes down, 2 minutes left to go in this one. Jason's still leading them off. He's losing a little bit of that gap he had built up. Nathan starting to put his foot down. Find some fast lap times. Jason with a 4.4. Nathan up 4.26. Keith in that third spot. He's about 20 seconds off of Nathan out of the bump. Eric in the 4. And everyone else has pulled off. We are 2:20 down, 1:40 left to go. Jason, 54.402. Just ran a 4.3 second lap. Backs up with a 4.8. Lost a little bit of time there. 1 second Nathan's going to be making up. Was 3.9. Now it's 2.9. 1:15 left on the clock. Jason's going to need to make a mistake if we want Nathan to get up into that top spot. So, Jason keeping it clean, keeping it tight, running some awesome lines. Black and red down the backstretch he goes, up 4.4. That is competitive for the front.
1 minute left.
Nathan in that 2 spot. He's made up about a 10th in the last 20 seconds. He's going to need a crash from the leader. Lost quite a bit of it right there, getting caught on a wrecked car. He's back to 4 seconds, back where he started. He's going to need a major crash out of Jason. With 30 seconds on the clock. 3:30 down, 30 left. Jason holding it down. He's got 3.5 over Nathan. Nathan has 35 over Keith. So, a cushion, to say the least. $3.50 down, 10 left to go. Your leader going to cross the line 3 or 2 more times. Next time by, your leader will be done. So will Nathan. Nathan going by 1 more time. Jason, you are done. Nathan, you are done. Keith, you are done. That's a race.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right, I had 6 racers in that one, and every single one of them are capable of marshalling. Let's get them back out there. Track is not open. Track is not open. Huh? All right, marshals are covered. Get the trucks checked in. Get them checked in.
Gatlin Neal. Max Mason. Christian Jenkins. Nick Owenhouse.
All right, get them rolling. Get them rolling. Watch turn 2 go low in 2. All right, no more laps. No more laps. Get them lined up. Get them lined up. All right, Nick. Nick. Do you know how this works? How the racing works? All right. Christian leading us off. Gatlin in 2. Nick 3. Max 4. Whenever you're ready, Christian, you are rolling these cars live. Christian, Gatlin, Nick, your top 3 going live out of turn 4. That's a good start there. All right, first couple laps going down. Christian holding down his spot. Gatlin gonna get sideways. Max gonna get caught on him. Now Max to the 2. On lap number 4, Max is up to the 2 spot and making up time on the leader. He is about half a second quicker. Christian with a 5.4. Max with a 5.1. Oh, Max, broken car. He is out of this race. Christian has Gatlin Neal in that 2 spot. 4 seconds behind him. Christian in the 1, Gatlin in the 2, Nick in the 3. Christian's in that gray, red, black, number 95. Down the backstretch it goes. Turns 3, 4, down the front, crossing the line there. Gatlin, white and black, tracks his Fox body, crossing the line there. Nick, he's in that green, black, and a little bit of blue chrome rims down the front stretch, crossing the line there. Just ran a 5.6 second lap. We are 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. We are seeing a battle for the lap. Christian going to get around Gatlin for the lap. That is 2 laps now. Christian has over him. Christian pushing hard. He's on a 43.405 pace, matching his qualifying pace. A battle in the 2 spot. They are 1 lap apart. Gatlin in the 2, Nick in the 3. Nick's going to try to push and get that lap back. .230 down, 130 left to go. Christian Jenkins leading us off. Red, black, and silver, number 95. He's got 12 seconds over Gatlin. Another 14 seconds back is Nick.
1 minute left.
Oh, roll over in turn 2. Go low, go low. It's clear. We are 3:15 down, 45 seconds left in this race. 45 seconds. We have Slash Late Model A Main up next. Slash Late Model A Main, have your cars ready. I'm going to need some volunteer marshals. Oh, wait. No, never mind. I don't. $15 seconds going in this one. We are 3:45 down, 15 left to go. Christian working a 10-second lap advantage over Gatlin. And Nick 20 seconds back from Gatlin. We are 5 seconds left on the clock. This will be your top 3. Nick, you are done. Christian and Gatlin, you are done. That's a race.
Gatlin Neal done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed. John Mosby, Chase Haddon, Lewis Shelton, JD.
All right. Hey, track is not open, guys. All right, yeah, we always wait for the marshals, guys. Always. Get them rolling.
Brent Farnsley,
All right, shut it down, shut it down. Shut it down. It's going to wind up Louis, JD, Brent, John, Chase. Louis, JD, Brent, John, Chase. Whenever you're ready, Louis, you're leading these guys off. Out of turn 4, they will go live. All right, good start there for your leader. Oh, JD getting up on 2 wheels. Here comes John. Oh, John, easy inside, broken car. Watch turn 2, watch turn 2. We have some crashed cars. All right. Big crash there. Louis, JD, Brent. That is your top 3 now. Louis still holding down his spot. JD holding down his spot. Brent getting his spot back. So Louis out front. He's in that silver, brown to white. Number 8. Leading us off down the front stretch, crossing the line there. We got JD in the 2. He's in that black and blue down the back stretch now. Brent about 3 seconds behind him. Brent's in that black and white down the back stretch now. We are 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Your leader on a 47.404. That is 1 second off of his TQ time. Hot lap goes to P2. That's JD. He's got a 4.96. Louis got a 4.97. Two minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Louis out front, about to lap Brent Farnsley.
2 minutes left.
Oh, watch turn 4. Go low, go low. It's clear. .245 down, 1:15 to go. Louis, JD, Brent, Chase. This is your A main up / lay model. We got Buggy Street Stock B main up next. Have your cars ready. So Louis still leading this one off. 46 and a 403. Had a bobble a couple laps ago. A 7.8 second lap. JD in that 2 spot. About a lap and a half behind. Oh, caution turn 2. That is going to be Brent. Brent was 7 seconds behind JD. Now it's 12 seconds. About 15 seconds left to go. 3:45 down, 15 to go. Your leader, Louis Shelton, 46.402, going to go around the track 2 more times. He's got 8 seconds over JD. That's almost 2 laps. There's the bell. JD will not be done yet.
Brent Barnsley done.
Louis, Brent, and JD, that's your
JD
race.
done.
Race is
All
over.
drivers are finished. The race is completed.
I'm missing some marshals. I need John Mosby. John Mosby or a Chase Hatton to the track. Oh, thank you. Awesome. All right. Get them rolling. Get them rolling. Track is open. Track is open.
Scott Ashley. Jason Basham. Mike Basham. My Bad. Nathan Hale. Sean Denny.
All right. Shut the track down. Straightaways are closed. We got Scott in the 1, Mike in the 2, Cole 3, Sean 4, Jason 5, and Nathan 6. Scott, Mike, Cole, Sean, Jason, Nathan. Whenever you're ready, Scott, you are leading these guys off. He's in the black and red, number 68. Mike behind him, Cole behind him. Out of turn 4, they are live. That's a great start. Scott trying to get the jump on Mike. Cole and Denny close behind. Oh, Scott going a little wide on exit. Needs to let off the gas a little sooner. Mike Basham going to get the inside. Scott going to force the issue. Dip and dive. Somehow no collision. Cole Denny digging his bumper in, trying to get in there. Here comes Nathan Hale. Going to get around both of them. Nathan Hale to the 2 spot. Scott trying to make it up. Oh, Nathan gonna roll it over. It goes all the way to the back. All the while, Mike Basham holding them off. Scott Ashley only half a second off. Jason another half a second off. Oh, it's getting tight up front. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Your leader, Mike Basham, all black, number 34, crossing the line there. He's got Scott, Jason, and Nathan. Cole, all 5 cars in a line. Love to see it, all cars on the same lap. We got a 3-car battle in the back. Scott going to be going all the way to the bottom. Never mind. Nathan going to clip his wheel, roll over. Nathan struggling to make a move stick. We are 130 down, 230 left to go. Mike and Jason, father and son, looking to go 1 and 2 to the A main. Oops. Jason now to the point. Mike falling back to the 2. Your leader, black and red. Black rear wheels, white fronts.
2 minutes left.
Down the front stretch they go, across the line there. We got Cole Denny 1 lap behind. Nathan Hale 3/10 behind that bump. Mike's going to give it to him. We got a 3-car battle for that bump spot. Nathan has it. Oh, Scott going to spin out, going to catch Mike Basham. Now Nathan, open track. He's got all the time in the world to start working on that leader. He's got 230 down, 130 left on the clock. A minute 30 to start putting down some laps. Your leader, a 4.3, now his hot lap. Nathan, a 4.2 set early in the race. We got Jason, Nathan, Mike. Battle for the lead. It was 1.7, now 1.2. About a 10th every single time by. Jason, a 4.4. Nathan, 4.2. 4.3 from Jason. 4.3 from Nathan. It was 1.7, now 1 second flat. Battle for the lead. Going down the front stretch now. Cole and Mike, you are having a battle in between the leaders. Thank you, Mike. We are 3:25 down, 35 seconds left. We are now half a second watching these guys race. 4.5 from Jason, 4.2 from Nathan. 20 seconds left. They got about 5 more laps. That is 3 more laps for Nathan Hale to make a lap stick on Jason. Inside, he sees it. He's got it wide open. 5 seconds on the clock. They're going by 2 more times. 2 more times. Next time by to the line. They are racing. Nathan going to have open track. No other cars around. He's got it.
Nathan Hale done. Jason Basham
Nathan.
done. All drivers are finished.
From the very back to the top. All right, there were lots of racers in that last one. I shouldn't need my bumps to be out there. Lots of racers. Hold on, track is not open yet. Track is not open. All right. Get them going, get them going.
JD. Eddie Sadler. Paul Taylor. Chris Workman. Ronnie Sadler. John Mosby.
Get them lined up. Chris on the 1, John 2, JD 3, Ronnie 4, Paul 5, Eddie 6. Oh, dude, I did it again.
You did it twice.
I did it twice. All right, Chris, you are leading them off. White and blue, number 71, followed by all orange, number 1. Down the front, they are live.
Transponder 4825660.
Oh, no.
Eddie Sadler.
So, battle for the lead. We already saw a toss-up for the leaders. John Mosby from the 2 to the point. Oh. Chris Workman in that 2 spot, dipping and diving, trying to get around some traffic. Gets it done. All right, that's your leaders. Give them room, give them room. JD in that 3 spot. No longer. We got Ronnie moving up to the 3 now. John in the 1, Chris 2, Ronnie 3, JD 4, Eddie 5, Paul 6. We are 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Your leader down the front stretch. Looking to lap Ronnie. Gets it done. He has lapped the number 3 car. Here comes Chris Workman. Oh, caution, turn 2. Go, low and 2, low and 2. Now Ronnie looking to put that time to come up on Chris. Chris getting lapped by John. We got all yellow. Ronnie Sadler coming up on Chris and John. They are battling for that extra lap. Chris going to fight for it. He's going to get it back. John digging in. Oh, Ronnie going to roll it over. He was working back up there. JD going to get his spot back. So JD back to the 3. Ronnie falling back to the 4. 10 seconds back is going to be Eddie Sadler in that 5 spot. So 2:15 down, 1:45 to go. Your leader, all orange, number 1, down the front stretch, crossing the line. Just ran a 5 flat. Chris a 4.8 that time. Oh, Chris gonna catch the pipe. Gonna hit another car. Though JD only 2 seconds away from Chris. That is half the track. Plenty of time to make it happen. 1:30 on the clock. RJD gonna roll it in turn 1. Spin around. Oh, Chris, broken car. Stripped out the spur gear in the straightaway. John, JD, Ronnie now your top 3. Oh, your leader stuck in turn 2. Absolute carnage in turn 2. Couple of drivers with 10-second laps. We're at 3:15 down, 45 to go. Your leader, all orange, number 1, has 10 seconds over JD. JD has 10 seconds over Ronnie. Ronnie has 4 seconds over Paul Taylor. So Ronnie, all yellow, getting flipped over in turn 2. Here comes Paul Taylor. Paul Taylor, we're going to spin around Ronnie. Now Paul's to the 3 spot. 3:45 down, 15 on the clock. John Mosby, JD, Paul Taylor. Ronnie with a 13-second lap, going to fall down to the 4th spot. Oh, Paul getting caught up on the leader. 5 seconds left.
JD done.
To the bell.
Eddie Sadler done.
That is a race. Race is over.
All
Race
time
is
done.
over.
All drivers are finished.
John,
The race
JD
is concluded.
Paul. All right, marshals from that last one. I need you out here. I got JD and John. I need 2 more. I have Paul Taylor, Eddie Sadler, Ronnie Sadler, Chris Workman. All right, track is open. Track is open.
Brandon Roberts. James Brother. Chris Workman. John Ford. John Collins. Scott Ashley.
All right, if you want to make any changes, now is the time to do so. Any little changes. Track is closed. Track is closed. If you want to make a small adjustment, now is the time to do it. All right, no takers. 13.5, late model A main. Brandon Roberts, your top qualifier. John Collins in 2, James Bruther 3, Scott Ashley 4, John Ford 5, Chris Workman 6.
This is worthy of going live.
Scott, you are in P4. All right, give me a second. He's going to set up the live video. All right, 13.5, late model A main. Brandon Roberts, your TQ. John Collins 2, James 3, Scott 4, John Ford 5, Chris Workman 6. Whenever you're ready, Brandon, you are rolling us off. Down the backstretch, they are rolling smooth. Brandon Roberts leading us off out of turn 4. All 3 cars getting piled up in the back. We're going to go ahead and restart it. Let's get it clean off the start.
Y'all work too hard to get in here. We got to have a good first lap now.
All right, re-rack them. Whenever you're ready, Brandon. Next time around. Out of turn 4. All orange is full throttle.
Much better.
Yep. Looking good. All orange, black wheels. Brandon Roberts trying to hold off the yellow, blue. 59 of John Collins. The way those cars pivot through the corner, it is hard to keep them close. Brandon Roberts, a 4.2. John Collins, 4.3. A 4.1 by Collins. Collins going to get the inside. Brandon going to leave it wide open. Didn't see what happened. 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. James in the 3, Ford in the 4, Chris 5, Scott 6. We are in the first quarter of this race. Lots of racing left to go. Collins, a 4.11. Brandon, half a second off behind him. His car's getting a little tight on exit. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. John Collins on a 56.401. Half a second over Brandon. 8/10 back is going to be John Ford. John Ford making his way from the 5 to the 3. He's in the all-white, number 69. Looking to get the lap back on these guys. All-white, number 69, yellow wheels. He is half a second off of Brandon Roberts. Oh, he's going to get rear-ended. Going to catch the leader, Brandon Roberts now. Back to the point. Terrible luck there. 135 down, 225 to go. All right, clean it up, clean it up. Oh, body pins off of Collins' car. He's going to fall all the way to the back. Roberts out front. James in the 2, Chris 3, Ford in the 4. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Brandon Roberts leading us off. All orange, black wheels. Crossing the line there. Just ran a 4.5. James Bruther, 5 seconds back. That's a lap and a half. Gonna have a little crash there. He's now gonna be even further. He's gonna pull off the track. He was in 2, falling all the way back. Chris Workman to the 2 spot now. John Ford on the podium. So John Ford 1 second off of Chris. Chris is 7 seconds off of Brandon. Nobody throwing down a perfect run tonight. Fast lap of 4.18 from Brandon. A 4.17 from Chris. A 4.17 from John Ford. Your TQ doesn't even have the fastest lap of the race. He's been outdone by about 3 cars. 3 minutes down, 1 left to go. Brandon leading them off. 7-second advantage now over John Ford. Over Chris Workman. Chris has 1.3 over John. Battle for the 2 spot. With 45 seconds remaining, you have the all-white yellow wheels trying to run down red and yellow. Yellow wheels. Down the front stretch they go. John Ford with a 4.2 second lap. Chris with a 4.5. 3/10 gained. A little bit of wheel scrub from Ford. Seeing a little bit of corner speed lost. 20 seconds left. Another 10th gained. 10th by 10th. 10 seconds left in this one. They're going to go by for 3 more laps. 3 more laps now. John Ford looking for the inside. He's not quite within striking distance. Not going to be able to capitalize on these little bobbles. Here he goes, Chris. Final to the line. John's going to get it.
Chris Workman done.
A little bit of an overcorrection, oversteer.
Nice race.
Going to give Ford the lead over Workman.
This is like a month straight of over 50 inches on the oval on Tuesday. Where are you at? I got no race.
Dean Riley. TJ Donahue.
All right, track is not open. Track is not open. No laps, no laps. Let me get my marshals out there. There were lots of drivers. I know some of them are in the next race. And some are going to be in that street stock race. I will give you time. Let's get the marshaling done. I got 1 volunteer. I need Brandon. Brandon James, John Collins and Scott Ashley to the track. James Bruther, Scott Ashley, John Collins, Brandon Roberts. And I need Chris Workman to the track. Guys, you should not be making your way back to the pits unless you are charging your battery. Run back out quickly. Still need 2 more marshals.
Dean Riley. Eddie
All right, track is open. I need a marshal in turn 2. Turn 2.
Jason Basham. TJ Donahue. Paul Taylor. Eddie Sadler.
All right, shut it down, shut it down. Line them up. We got Jason on the 1, Eddie on the 2, Paul 3, TJ 4, Ronnie 5, Eddie 6, Dean 7, Eddie Henley 2, Eddie Sadler 6. All right. Whenever you're ready, Jason, you are leading us off. Red, black, number 68. Down the backstretch they go. Eddie and Paul close behind. Down the front stretch they go. Gonna get their start. Oh, Jason already pulling away immediately. He's got that car running perfect lines. Already working lap traffic on lap number 2. 20 seconds down. Oh, your leader getting run over. On the front, on the front. He's going to go all the way back to the 4 spot. Down to the 5, a 12-second crash. We are 45 seconds in this race. Jason Basham has a fast lap of a 4.4. He's already back in the 3 spot. He's 1 second off of Ronnie. He's 3 off of Eddie. Getting around Ronnie. Ronnie in the all green. Ronnie getting it open. Now, almost touching. We got Jason back to the 2. Eddie going to try to hold down that number 1 spot. All he can do is pray that Jason makes a mistake. Jason running him down a 4.46. Eddie going to roll it over. We're going to see Jason to the point. Eddie going to go all the way down to the 4 spot. Not quite the 4. He's 3/10 off of losing that spot. We got Dean Riley in the 4. Eddie in the 3. So your running order, Jason, Paul, Eddie, Dean, Ronnie, TJ, Eddie Sadler. 1:45 down, 2:15 to go. Jason, Paul, Dean now to the 3, Eddie 4, TJ 5. Oh, watch turn 2 go low on the right side, low on the right side. It's all clear. All right, Jason Basham with 2:10 down, 1:50 to go is leading the race now. Dean Riley 10 seconds behind him in that 2 spot. Dean going to be in that white, green, number 54 yellow. He's in that 2 spot. 2 seconds behind him is Eddie Hemley. Eddie making his way back up in there. He's in the all-white yellow fender. Number 46 down the front stretch. About to get lapped by Jason for the 3rd time. Jason's got a 10-second lead over Dean. Dean's got 3 seconds over Eddie. Oh, Paul gonna go to the 2. Dean to the 3. Eddie now to the 3. Dean falling all the way down. Closest race on the track. Battle for that 2 spot. We got 6 seconds back. It's gonna be Eddie. Dean Riley trying to get around Eddie Henley. 1.6 is the gap. So Eddie, all white, yellow fender, gonna get rear-ended. Oh, Dean, he was gonna make up that position. Now gonna flip over in the infield. 30 seconds on the clock. Jason has 15 seconds over Paul. Paul has 10 seconds over Eddie. So Paul in that white, blue, and orange. Oh, Eddie gonna roll it over, gonna give the spot to Dean. Now Eddie off the podium. Dean gonna lap him. 5 seconds on the clock. There's the bell.
Dean Riley done.
Jason, you are done. Paul, you are done. Dean, Eddie, TJ, Eddie, Ronnie, you are done.
Paul Taylor done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed. Mike Basham.
All right, marshals are covered. Track is
Brandon
open.
Roberts.
Thank you for getting out here quick, guys. Race number 11, Mod Sprint, 4-car race. John, Mike, John Ford, and Brandon. Oh, watch turn 2. High in 2, high in 2. Mike, if you have a built-up turnbuckle, we can wait for you. But if you have to build one, we're going. All right. So unfortunate. All right. Collins, Basham, Ford. Oh, Roberts. All right. Whenever you guys are ready, roll them off. Collins, Roberts, Ford. Out of turn 4, they are rolling tight. Great start. "15 seconds down, 3:45 to go. John Collins pulling quite the gap already. Brandon gonna slide out in turn 2. Gonna give up about 1 second over John. Now we see Ford holding on to about a 2-second disadvantage to Roberts. Getting lapped. John lapping John. Race number 11, Mod Sprint A Main. John Collins doing on a 57 and a 4 flat in qualifying. He is now on a 59 and a 4 flat. He is 2/10 from throwing down to 60 laps. Just as I say it, he falls off. He had a 5.1 second lap. 1 second slow. A 1 second bobble. He is now in a 58 and a 4 flat. Brandon in that 2 spot, only 1 second off. John Ford in the 3, 8 seconds off. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. John Collins 3.904. Brandon with a 4 flat. John with a 4.2. Your leader, all yellow and gray, number 59 down the... sliding. Getting up on 2 wheels.
2 minutes
Brandon
left.
Roberts, 1.7 behind him. Lost about 2/10. 3.904 from John Collins. Roberts, a 4 flat. So John, able to make back some of that mistake he made. He's on a 59.402. He was looking to go to 60 laps. Now, he has to find about half a second if he wants to get back in there. That's a 4.1 second lap. This time around, a 4 flat. Brandon Roberts, a 4.1. Brandon going to throw down a 4 flat as well. 1.6 is the difference. It's going to be 1.8 this time by... John Collins making up some of that time. He's going to spin out again. Here comes Brandon Roberts to the inside. Not going to see it. Not quite able to capitalize on that mistake. They are 3 minutes down, 1 to go. Brandon going to completely flip out in turn 2. It is John Collins' race. He's on a 58 and a 4 flat. He's given Brandon all the tools he's needed to pass him. But now he's got no time for games. He's going to get to the line and try to get his win. 30 seconds left on a 59 of 404. Brandon 57.402. John Ford 30 seconds back on a 54.04. 10 seconds left. We're at 3:50 down. 10 left to go in this race. 10 left. Your leader going to go around. Next time by, he will be done. Next time by.
John Collins done.
John Collins, you are
Brandon
finished.
Roberts.
Brandon Roberts, you are finished. John Ford, you are finished.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right. Can I get Mike Basham to the track? Mike Basham for marshalling, please. All right, track is open. Get your laps in.
Matt Sinex, Dan Stewart, Brandon Hooker, Jason Basham, Nathan Hale. Chris Workman.
All right, no more laps, no more laps. Shut it down.
Several points. Or conflict. Conflict, yeah. Oh, I think it was me then.
All right, we got Dan Stewart, Matt Sinex, Chris Workman, Brandon Hooker, Nathan Hale, Jason Basham. Your running order. Your running order is Dan Stewart on the point, Matt Sinex in the 2, Chris Workman 3, Brandon Hooker 4, Nathan Hale 5, Jason Basham in the 6. Dan Stewart, whenever you are ready, you are leading us off. Let's see if anyone can run a perfect run and try to break a record tonight. Down the backstretch, our leaders go. Dan Stewart trying to hold off Matt Sinex. They are quick. Oh, Dan going to catch the pipe and roll over. He's going to go back to the 4 spot. Matt Sinex going to have a bobble as well. Giving it up to our number 3 car, Nathan Hale. All the way from the D main up to the 2 spot. He had no business being all the way down there. 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. Chris, 4.3 second hot lap. Nathan Hale, 4.2. Battle for the top. Chris Workman crossing the line. He's in that red and yellow number 69. And that 2 spot going to be Jason Basham now. Nathan Hale going to give it up. Oh, we got a bunch of cars. Watch the front. It's clear. We got mixed up. Let's see what they are this time. Chris Workman out front. Jason in the 2. Nathan in the 3.
Oh, that was Workman.
Workman going to crash out. Going to give Nathan Hale the 2 spot. Now we got Jason Basham in the 2. Matt Sinex has been lapped. So, Nathan Hale, Jason Basham, Chris Workman, that's your top 3. Nathan Hale, he's in that camo gray, blue, down the front stretch, crossing the line there. Jason Basham in the 2. He's in the red and black, white front wheels, black rear wheels, down the back stretch. Half a second off the leader. In the 3 spot, we got Chris Workman, all red and yellow, number 69, yellow wheels. Crossing the line there. He is 1.5 off. Just ran the hot lap of the race, 4.3. Never mind, hot lap goes to Brandon Hooker, number 6, 4.23. So 2:15 down, 1:45 left to go now. Nathan Hale on a 53.4 flat pace. He's got half a second over Basham. Going to get a little bit of a gap there. They've got some lap cars in front of them. Oh, Hooker going to get into him. Basham up there. Now Workman around him. Chris gonna go wide, give the position to Nathan. Now Nathan's got to fight back with 1:30 left to go. He's got to make up 2.5 seconds. Oh, broken car. Gonna be pulling off the track. His D main run brought him all the way here to the top of the A, and he breaks out. Jason Basham with 1 minute left to go, leading off this race. He's got 3 seconds over Chris. Chris has 1 second over Dan Stewart. Dan making it up to the podium. Started off as tonight's TQ, had a mistake early on. Fought through traffic to get back up. Dan with a little bobble somewhere. Lost about 2 seconds to Chris. Chris Workman working the backstretch. Dan Stewart on the backstretch now. 3:30 down, 30 seconds left to go. Jason Basham out front. Black and red down the front stretch now. Crossing the line there. Chris Workman crossing the line there. Then you got Dan Stewart crossing the line there. Matt Sinex in that 4 spot. He's 5 seconds off of Dan. Your podium is solidified. 5 seconds to go. They need a crash to move around. Dan Stewart getting lapped. Next time by, they are done.
Matt's the next
Chris, Dan, Brandon, Jason, Matt. That is a race. Race is over. Final race of the night.
The race is completed.
Jason Basham from the 6th spot to the 1.
4 and 3 and 2.
Let's just say that we got our bump from the C main. He went 6 to the 1, Jason Basham. All right, it is 10:23